Ever wondered what a current account deficit is? It's a term you might have heard thrown around in financial news or economic debates. But what does it mean exactly? And why should it matter to you? Well, a current account deficit is a situation where a country's total imports of goods, services, and transfers are greater than its total exports. In other words, it's buying more from other countries than it's selling to them. This deficit indicates that a country is a net borrower from the rest of the world. Imagine for a moment, country A imports cars, electronics, and oil worth $200 billion in a year, but exports only $150 billion worth of machinery, agricultural products, and services. It has a current account deficit of $50 billion. This means country A has spent $50 billion more on foreign goods and services than it has earned from selling its own products abroad. So, how do we calculate this current account balance? The formula is quite straightforward. It's the exports of goods and services minus the imports of goods and services plus net income from abroad plus net current transfers. If the result is negative, then there's a current account deficit. Now, who uses this concept? It's primarily used at the country level. It's a critical indicator for governments and economists to understand a country's economic position in the global market. While businesses don't typically use the term current account deficit in their individual operations, they are affected by it as it influences the economic environment in which they operate. But to simplify it even further, think of a current account deficit like a household that spends more on buying things than it earns from its job. Just like a household, a country with a current account deficit is spending more on foreign products and services than it earns from selling its own products and services to the rest of the world. While this isn't inherently bad and can be sustainable for a time, especially if the country is investing in assets that will generate future income, it can be problematic if it continues for too long without adequate returns on investment. In essence, a current account deficit is a measure of a nation's foreign trade and investment balance. It's a vital component in understanding the economic health of a country and its position in the global economy.